Yakigima umwancho muri tukurare bakoretere gaiga eyemo ase yemo kurasoro ngura gusi gwikagaiga ase umuche ona Nairobi asiko gosanga no mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi oibangi wa Kogombi nga Kibagendi tuma gaiga asobisi ya ase umuche ona Nairobi tosanga nera mangana ringeto boraye mangana ringeto bokore nabuga mangana ringete oversight legislation aboigo mangana ya representation generally mheshimiwa Kibagendi orabere vocal sana mangana boraye sero ngura gusi Kenya wikaboni kama arosiri timu ili ya kuronga Kenya moja mheshimiwa Sifuna mheshimiwa Babu Wino Caleb Hamisi mheshimiwa wa Muchumba na buguna banda wange kwa linyore nge wiki tamba rekana bagotie mana sana ge siasa no mheshimiwa ke Jafet Nyakundi mbongo rasa constituency area ya Kitutu Chache North kwa ndendo bono nganchire na very special way togenda ge otra sanga no mheshimiwa Kibagendi na bugonyoro wikirasi mangana ngete channel yega na bugo finya subscription igabu for more updates na buga mangana yega AMO ase ya mgono roche asingo kuira obviously ge ga oyo mage camera Isaiah maobo mheshimiwa Isaiah maobo togenda tra taro chima kidogo Roche vega kwacha kire chuma.
Jino mundo bwa mazoezi.
Yes.
Karibu sana to my office.
Thank you so much. Omwancho no lichinga chinde chinga temno rega AMO gosanga no mheshimiwa kurase constituency ya Kitutu Chache South mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi tuoma. Kibagendi sibino mheshimiwa it's been a while. Ogo tumo kali tele ole otumo kwacha kire otumo sana. Na boko realistic ogo tumanda is.
Hai. Unagwa vile njiro mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi muchumbo Kitutu Chache South ogotuoma ine terminology tu raia batumiete na Kibagendi nanchete go push ebinto mpaka byaba so ncheno morai ngo sugume ebinto mpaka byaba akiba kondo kirabuna Kibagendi tuoma
ekwaro gete ose kwero gete
bando gete nanyoreta abantu bagotero kuna inchenga go pick rende nkago tumia se campaign na kandrete mpaka bono.
By the way, thank you for hosting us as well to sangana kuroga service yoga sumuchi ona Nairobi.
Asante.
Mheshimiwa wiki yigando je weekend actually ingeo last week mwavurugete sana. Mwavurugeta matanga wachaka kuvuruga ukatuo mwali ukatuoma. Timanye ti I know mheshimiwa Jafet Nyakundi. Before you know age siasa might something outside siasa.
Asante. You realize in Chena Jafet we have been friends for a long time. No nye balimoko tegerekera ko ba interviewed. Otebre not once or twice. Otebre that I have mentored him politically, which is something that we cannot dispute. While he got elected first time, it is not because he's a mystery, because he's a star. It is because we helped him not to make the mistakes we had made. Yeah? Lakini erende kerago kwa nora abugiga achitare star, but the truth is we worked very hard to ensure Jafet gets elected because he's our friend, and we helped him not make the mistakes we had made as emerging politicians. And we have nothing personal with the Honorable Jafet Nyakundi. The issue is, inje I focus on national issues, while he focuses on me. That is where the problem is. He has somebody he worships. Well, for me, my focus is to talk about issues that affect the common mwananchi. Nere bono bunare surrogate ya the head of state or you mbuate issue nere, particularly on issues to do with policies. Chiria nyare korenta Jafet tali kokokyu. That actually happens. I have nothing personal against him. Nero buate personal issues towards me. Na kioko nyorera noe certain development projects chi akorekandire in the region buna bone para nerago claim atoro seirie. E para ekurunya koe ekogenda marani. E para ekurunya nyaore ekogenda gesieka. You need to know e pare ya chagetu no mheshimiwa Jimmy Angwenyi no mheshimiwa Richard Onyonka. However, tichi etiko korwa because of budgetary challenges. Toga chanchenere tokaenda tokare president about it. Diribado na renge in talking terms with the president. Toga suguma tokabekerwe budget. And again we followed it up. Ekeraba aba shimwa bachi etiko president in Kakamega. I didn't go. but it is one of the issues we raised na tometo Mheshimiwa Richard Onyonka aka represent our constituency. It is one of the things that we pushed kegacha kobekwa as a budgetary allocation. Erega ako claim ondoseiri lakini nduo nyeboria epare naende nechiete paka West Mugirango. Yes, why is he not claiming the West Mugirango part? Igago claim ya South because he wants to try and demonstrate like I'm doing nothing. Yeah? Lakini nduo moboria. When I got elected as an MP, kitutu chache South njabo ate any tamak. But in this period, na abekire tamak ilie kuruigonga, ya soka sakuru kunaki, mosocho. Na abekire tamak, eye kurunya bururu, egendrete korosiwa, ekoeta loop egochago soka nyamataro. Yeah? Why is he not claiming those ones? Number 2, if indeed he had powers, tio korosie lami, buone, naende, tari kubuate lami ya ire buoye. Singe nchobuoye nchirai sana. Gari kubuate lami ya aire buoye. But I want to educate our people. Lami este korosiu, teri korosiu ya cha yaerera, asegete. Rasmi lami ebuate lami. You understand? Ekere lami korosiu ne serikali, ige kurukuru one tarmac road to another tarmac road. To gotigera gati. Igo, Mheshimiwa Japhet Nyakundi, ta konyara koroseri onde bwensi para, no konyako, it is just politics and it is not working well for
but do you agree?
Yes. Abantu basobo, nabarubu nkweboli bale, ekerogo chikoroseri abantu aba South, nkyo tarakorere chiao. Number 2, Mheshimiwa Alpha Miruka, epara nere korosi ukurubwaye, buoye, ego soka South Mugirango. Mkwanya kumoigwa, kagoteba oroseri osoro, epara. Him is focused on the part that will go through his constituency. Mheshimiwa Osoro epara nere korosi ukurusobo ego soka Alpha ni ende ya soka obarongorogoro. You have never heard him say koroseri yali baronge para gose koroseri yali Alpha. So sometimes it's about political maturity. Yeah? Some of these people bakogera mpaka abantu babuga buna abantu babwate mebere menene buna bwate, they do not actually have brains. Chiko analyze ebintu estaili enako bangere. But I don't want to go personal. Yeah? I want us to focus on general issues. Truth is, what happened on Friday? Yes. Now, on Friday, asamatanga, number 1, igari ninka. Igari no sobo mama. Yeah? That whole area, badinaba iribane. Ungwae no mwa Kibagendi. Yeah? Bono, ekere, Nelson Ongwae, who is my grandfather, lost his wife, one of his wives, Mama Salome. I had to go for the funeral. Mheshimiwa Japheth has been mobilizing the whole week for that funeral. Yachetekoba on Friday, with the hope that he will have people to support him. You see, however, ekeronaika abantu bagachenga bakagoka naikira amatanga nere riritura amatanga igakonya gotana gakire rero ntokora siasa nini elio kwandire siasa okolire na rero ntokora siasa gakina enda gachagotebia abantu buna kirainu buna mokirete igo tugukora nkubagorande echae esoda na mandasi no mwarenge mwaroche moigwete kagotema gukwanira abantu bategerera nkubabangale. However, ekere na arangeri una ende nche gukwana naenda abantu bagachenga igente kinke mogogeti. So ikina kigia chagete go build anger in him. You see? So inchekere na kwana nkabeka mangana nebuna nabegete. Nkatebi nkae family ngora ngachanga kuna kidogo ngatebi governor kurua ruete county siasa yakongira abantu bande sana. Na kiuroche abantu bakumobilize abantu gochamata singincho siasa yakoreki yabakongeire. Mkorengia kamanyanere na aringete singincho nabo bagokora ebintu ebyo banta ba Kenya kwanza kuruabu ngateba etwa korete gente kibe sana as a country and as a community. Wakira William Ruto ekura. William Ruto is a liar, and I say that not once, not twice, not 10 times. Na endelero na atebire because ekerogo teba nkurusiore gas from 2500 to 600 and you don't do, you are a liar. When you say health is going to be free for the poor and you insist that they pay, you are a liar. When you say you are going to reduce taxes and instead you increase, you are a liar.
So that's why mwakorwananga kwarambire ta
bono ekere na kwana mangana ina ria ntumirete kongura rikondo naende tari rikondo rio kataite kongura igare go nsuguma ngukupe podium lakini renda asengencho my fitness nka notice onye go kwerie video area I noticed nga step nka onchoka nkamubeka that direction na taite musugume murutense lakini nkarayaya nowadays I control myself I probably because of age and experience nkaira ngora asengencho naende bono ikiareko geute kembambokere ka right will turn against me and I let it pass.
So mheshimiwa, before taragendra all these fights icha una Jafet not once not twice to abara rebada on TV on radio locally and everywhere umachoge mheshimiwa, like is it the game of mighty who is who ama namna gani, especially considering the fact you know bagetut mweka?
Number one,
yes,
I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm a star in my own. Yeah, I don't need to compete with anyone. Nche focus is Kitutu Chache South and Kenya. You understand? In two, we are members of the National Assembly. Ige mineti na togo focus ya saba antobe constituency yeito na Kenya ngima kwa jumla. That is why you hear I talk about serious national issues. Sha amangana libare ko ni airport. I talk about distribution of job opportunities, development projects. That is my focus. Yeah. His focus is to defend his. My focus is to fight for the people.
And for your new boss.
I have no boss. I'm pushing for change. And change is not, Matiang'i is not my boss. Matiang'i is not my boss. Listen here. Matiang'i is a transformative leader that we want to push to take over from William Ruto, because he has demonstrated how he worked well in the Ministry of Communication, digital migration. He worked very well in the Ministry of Education. I don't need to belabor the point. He worked very well as an Interior Cabinet Secretary and the coordinator of national government. He is not my boss. He is the leader Kenya deserves. He is the leader Kenyans have asked for. He got
to him. Anyway, let me ask.
Yes.
One last question. The whole idea happened to Samatanga Ali so mheshimiwa Ngwai. From where you sit, especially honorable members.
That I genuinely regret that had to happen. But you realize, I was speaking what I speak everywhere I go. Whether I'm in Western, whether I'm in Coast, whether I'm in Nairobi, whether I'm in Kisii, even in Tongoteba, every day. Have you ever seen anyone try to grab a mic from me? I'm asking you. Have you seen anyone grab a mic from me? It was the first time. Why? Because these people have become an appendage of the executive. Yet we are supposed to be the representatives of the people. Nairobi ateri kondolinde. Iga ariko kanyankole angiranerie. Maete kingokora gukwana no ena korengi no maete kingokora gukwana raiyate gotegera manganango umuntu onde bwensi okoni Ruto.
Mheshimiwa yangu wali swali liga na leo na some message sana ase mitana ko rit ko ye ndio ya pere mwatere sana nationally, locally and everywhere. Some of the arguments sharing ase page back including your page and everywhere pake page mheshimiwa wala tawanga aba mraba bere babati bipindi bingi aba mraba bere abaiga ebaga ko rwana baro chitachiri chabo mheshimiwa Kibagendi aro mheshimiwa Matiang'i na bate power mheshimiwa Jafet aro mheshimiwa Ruto ngamba bate power swa ko rwanira. Is it true? Chiruma se chigero chigero. Yes.
In 2023 Kero Jafet na Osoro chiete korama Kongo sobo gari bo machoge borao kaenda nkaba stop Matiang'i ote birenko boriaro that time. Aya nche nako examples nyako iwo Osoro kagote alfe para kwanyako igwa alpha ka Osoro para nkwanya koigwa or the vice versa gose kwanya koigu Jafet gagote borose Steve Mugake para sengenche pare negete nkwanya koigwa. The problem we have, we are dealing with an immature individual, a big baby who is obsessed with impressing an individual. Okoroku William Ruto otagete abantu bande bagwe eraroreka arorekane inkiogo chago claim ri para buone epara ya national government twasugumire yachagete na Jimmy no Nyonka twasugumire naye nchenere twachira seto kwa about that road nkaruo naende nkamutuma one time naringe committee ere na umondo kuruku Richard Onyonka naende bakagenda Kakamega naende bagakwanira the same road Boniga is claiming ondose iri and I'm telling you roads elami rasme kuneki elami na kike ekerete ruete kurogoro igacha mpaka mate onye gatagete nero kubekira abantu chilami tari koire lami ya rusi buone aire buoya se lami etakari reason I'm trying to tell you he is the one who is trying to like to rise by pulling others down. Some of us are on another pedestal. Yeah, we don't need to do much to be noticed. For him, he has to pull someone down to be noticed. That is why he was trying to throw me down.
After you left, Mheshimiwa Sonara said a crucial argument. Rinanyo kwandete sana ateba okay. Wateri Mheshimiwa Daktari William Ruto ne liar.
Yes.
With the same person wajeto obviously I am na mwate.
Akangepa.
Ekarosi.
Bono ndaite nkoboli.
Wala yo borongo bwachira
kana nkoboli. Ndaite nkoboli. Ruto na tebete gas. Nkuruere 2500 to 600 na iraneli.
Let's get to
Toratiga. But on this other aspect, he has lied to us. He said he will bring down the cost of education. He didn't. Mpaka ilibono na achako so opposition ngosuguma inche na babo sifuna na babu wino na riba achire korenta the cost of higher education ya chakire ko irananze. It is because of our making. Ereko nyoronye change to a more expensive.
Looking at is it not double speak?
It is not double speak. I'm realistic. Yeah. Igonteve Ruto ekere ngwatebete kene lakini kere kwa kwanete igoro gas igoro education igoro taxes nkwa ngainerete igontebe both things.
But you give credit so it's due.
I give credit and let me tell you two things. Even in SHA, do you know there are only revolutionary policy matters within SHA? Do you know that? And I say that, but as a scheme as a whole was a plan to steal from Kenyans, not to improve healthcare. It is not a reform. It is a scam. You get? So I speak things that even Kenyans can see.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not in competition with anyone. It is this gentleman who thinks by pulling others down will rise. I'm not the only one he's been fighting, by the way. Noche Osoro yo Silvanas, bago taranere. Osoro ndira chete nyari bari masaba. Agateba abantu bakamurasimisha kwa negro ya Matiangi. Agateba gaki tinko nyara kwa negro ya Matiangi. Tigatora nguse bintu kurugase tole toraragera. Engaki necheike togotuma. Do you know Jafet recorded that and took it to State House. Osoro na mancheti ko rusiwo chifu.
Are you for real?
I'm 100% sure.
Allegation you are
yes, in the sure. Number two, State House bonds I worked with them in the office of the Deputy President. Number two, umuntu okurukwa Nyamoko. Umuntu ogusuguma Nyamoko arusi wobo chairman Jafet Nyakundi. Umuntu osuguma mpaka Glory Orwa karusi obo senator Jafet Nyakundi. Osoro was not involved.
Kwani mpaka sikechi mheshimiwa
tali powers enda muamu ogusuguma nenda muamu gete elinde. Number one, sometimes you try to impress the boss. Number two, it is try to bring everybody down so that you rise. But you realize, while he's very tall, he's a dwarf in politics.
Ina magana mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi amasa mtaka ndoko sakadari kurugega service ya somochi ona Nairobi mheshimiwa ndongere wate tutara rubada sore ndongere wate banga mheshimiwa Jafet atiko ba bring down arorekane. How about he says the same statement to you? Gwamuruganga is a small baby.
I can tell you.
How about he says the same thing?
I have never given Jafet Nyakundi any attention. Do you know that? He's the one who brings the war to me. So I respond. Yeah? He brings the war, I respond. My focus is very clear. If you look at me and my politics, my issue is William Ruto must go because of 1, 2, 3. Duale needs to resign because of 1, 2, 3. We have a problem with education because of 1, 2, 3. Diri machogu na abwate issues na machogu nini. Now, oyere issue Kibagendi. When does he get a chance to even speak in parliament about a national issue? We are members of the National Assembly. na moroche kagotena Kitutu Chache North ere so developed ere so what. Now I want to tell you, you are a journalist. We have 75 schools in Kitutu Chache South. I don't know how many schools they have up there. Number one, I would want you to go and look infrastructure development. Yechi skuru in Kitutu Chache North compare with Kitutu Chache South. This guy has become an artisan of ako rosiegente kemo magnificent oge aka chibicha oge toma na kiabegete mutwe. Look here, schools in Kitutu Chache don't have toilets. Them. I'm 100% sure. That I've told you regarding so mama. Onye mumaite kijana gete kianege kurukuna hores wako muvoli so vongi na nere noro. Onye kuma kore nyangi na kore nyangi. Bono na cha nore no maite bunarete. Bono oche umonto kurukwa my chairman and constituency manager. So nina ndogoro. So you want to tell me we don't have information? We haven't. What I'm trying to tell you, igateba amache nini. Listen here. We have the highest consumption. Amache akuru wasko. Our people, it may not have gone to the entire area, but people have water. Number two, he's favored. Akoyeu evisima kuru Lake Victoria South. Nchenanya kwa unenege simekemo. But already evisima naro siri through CDF. You cannot compare with what they have. Go to our schools. Now, go into to do it in 4 months. You cannot compare our schools. One of the worst performing schools is the best performing school in Kitutu North. Thank you. That is the truth. Aya, into infrastructure. Chipara. We may not have tarmac roads like they do. But the rural roads, we have only 14 rural roads in our constituency. All of them maintained up to standard. You know, me, I talk facts. You are a journalist. Go and tour the constituency. Any bad road you will see is not our road. That's a county road. Because our roads are known and we have maintained all of them. You cannot compare. It is not possible. Number two, yes. You cannot compare the representation. We are representatives of the people. We have to go to parliament and talk about issues in parliament. Equally is. Nanya areko articulate issues ege songe kengo kwana. Nanyale consistent ege songo kereki ara podium che empowerment. I'm talking about here in parliament. Talk about SHA, talk about education, talk about infrastructure, other than the favors he gets from government. If he was not in government, would he have done what we have done?
Wangana inayo mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi ntundonya kwa yasate inaini kesa ntumaje tono bese ogenda bunge na bwate libagari neni okore bide yote aba bit ni oversight bit ni representation and legislation because ntundonya ko monini amwana inji kera mo bege to mo Kitutu Chache no na mwamineti
na next time yes. Mwakoraiga mwarentu monto mwamuboria against Oyonde.
We'll give him right of response.
Yeah. We'll give him right of response. I'll again need a right of response because I know he does not have issues. He will lie so that you will have again to come back to me.
Mheshimiwa, assumingly, let's just assume Mheshimiwa Fred Okeng Matiang'i ni president. Mheshimiwa Jafet Atenene akwane asemani ilikuwa alikuwa na about the president, the sitting president. Aneko acho react.
Nche number one thing react asengencho igari ninka. The people will deal with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the people will deal with him. That is why, for them to speak anywhere, they have to give a promissory note that allow me to speak. Do not embarrass me. Ninko baande, togokora nko baande soda no moga.
Do you have anger issues, Mheshimiwa?
No. I'm very practical. By the way, the issues, anger, people say I have anger. You need to differentiate between someone who is confident and someone who is angry. Me, I'm confident. I don't fear. That is the difference. Yeah. You need to differentiate between that. A confident person and an angry person. If I was angry, that day, I would have sent him down. But I controlled myself.
So I want to issue.
Yeah, because he's not as fit as I am.
Mwa mana sana ngango ane chicken wings yote nerete chumani nini era magendra te vreta
igunko bori magendra rari every MP has chibese chego kora So I'm doing my thing. Number 2, going to the gym is a demonstration of discipline, high level discipline. If you can sacrifice time to go to the gym, it means you are disciplined. Na inche ndagotebi Jafet na maru ateberete, because that is what he does. In my free time, I make time for the gym. In his free time, he's busy taking whiskey. So we operate on different ground. And number 2,
yes,
ingorocho korichi wings between Janere.
You
judge.
Which you looking at it, okay,
yeah, I've been doing, I've been working out for a long time. I think we have a history of hypertension and diabetes in our extended family. So because of that, I'm just being careful so that I either delay it, isinipate mapema, ama isinipate at all. So that is why purely I focus on fitness.
Let's talk about MC which State House na mheshimiwa Governor Kurasi County Kisi na wege county Nyamira aliananga State House the other day. You all over complaining and saying haya akiana minongo to ni moro mwandu.
Kabisa.
Why do you think so? Yeah, tabaga mo mbagwate Jojo with our president just like anyone.
I want you to listen to me here
yes,
carefully. This one is not politics. My brother, we have an opportunity as a community. You go field a presidential candidate. A presidential candidate, egerete Ruto tali go tuara sleepless nights. That is why Ruto agotema in every way gotema como bring down. This is someone we need to protect. We sculpture him to become a national leader. And then, abantu kurwe community, bato betray asoko genda State House. Kotema koro kia bali bataite kubwate simatiangi, koru Mount Kenya, koru Western, koru Eastern, koru Coast, na matiangi tabuati control yomogusi. That is the essence. Omo MCA, inkiago discuss ne president for development, ayentebi. What can an MCA discuss with the president about development? They don't connect. You hear me?
I'm listening.
Aya, counties have the shareable revenue, babuate, in the egotomu from the national government, Wachichi County. That is what they need to utilize to do development. Anything else, para. Tia national government, the MP should follow up. Buna anche, I'm following up on a road. Kuru getare, esoke mwisho alami, egende Iranda, egende Nyakoe, egende Kioge, Matongo, echigo onchoka, egende sakuru kunyamatuta, egende Riverside, terogora kuru kuongicha, echego soka iga, esoke Matieko, esoke Mosocho. I'm following it up. Governor cannot follow it up because that's a national government project. The only thing I can ask the governor to do, because probably sometimes he may meet those in budgetary positions or even the president, no konyakomo remind. You get? That is what the governor can do. MCAs have nothing. But now, nicha segen to kia muhimu. And this is what I want to tell abantu bami ntobagusi. We should not allow some of us to be used to water down chinguru chomogambio ito okoroku Fred Matiang'i. Fred Matiang'i gakonyore kirogeke gusine konyeke na kenyengi manekoreki ne konyeke ebintu ebyo rocha baba begete chi gan chions piko chigusi muntu okoroku Kindiki ochire gusi more times than he has been to his home Tarakaniti. Ruto or entre more delegations korugusi kubwa anywhere else. You see, what does that tell you? It tells you Matiang'i is a strong candidate. Na ende tuamoni ribia. So, again teke gonta ete number 1, nkwani raba MCA baito. Aba MCA baito bachiete State House. Na abara ibande bonsi bagenda State House. Abande mbasa bokwabera. But I want to tell you, look at the bigger picture. Look at our community. Look at our son who is pushing to become president. We should not get to a point toko mochecheria, togo tumeka koro kiabisa kubinde buna ereta buati control yarari yagusi. Again tugia kabere ndu omba tebiga inu buna mogo koraigo. Matiang'i buna bona asoire chinkoro chi abantu. Abantu baramu arende babatomenka because of just associating with William Ruto. They are competing. You see, buna bono raia mbali babwate nkoro ime onde bwensi wakerete a bill ya 2023 finance bill bataite ko motomanka onde bwensi wakerete finance bill ya 2024 bataite ko motomanka naye bono imagine bono babwatererie egento bunekyo batake ko gotomanka because of associating with who, with the president oyokorwani Matiang'i gakioroche igomboro.
What's your take on Mheshimiwa Governor Paul Simbarati? He's been all over. Actually, recently Saturday, naringe ase event ya mekanisa gasi zama cheti sia gatebanga. Mota kutoka siasa boni ga ostora ndora tumeke opportunity to bwate torara kama ngombe yake.
Okamaki, I'm afraid to tell you, the governor cannot influence any development from national government.
But we saw him na nyinachare chibas.
Which one?
Na tanga daraja mbili ya mangani stadium.
Igwa ntaite torore number 1. The again the cancer center. I sit in the health committee. We already allocated funds for the cancer center. It is from the committee level. Number 2, para ya daraja mbili echiko soka daraja moja was part of the project achako kore rugati. So he's not doing anything new. Is this about agitating? A stadium is what naendete budget. So I wonder where Ruto gets all these monies to try and bribe our people.
The board are 350 million each para 5 kilometers chanyancho.
Chiri no chire kwerende a budget ya Kenya Rural Roads Authority. Na niere tanyancho the larger cosmopolitan. Chire chigo kuna mpaka chinsemo chia jogo nyanchua chinsemo chia Mwembe. There are places chipara chikoruku Kenya urban roads chirichia urban nkorosi chiri. It was in the budget. So
you dismissing pake chiri hata na 700 million ya daraja mbili
kinta itenkoboliga. It was in the budget. Why was it terminated at Kisii Hotel?
The market itself.
Not the market, the road. It was terminated. Now the market kwane contracting kwenda kukwanira Ruto about development nje. Now, at this point, Bimbwate, national housing projects, chigo koleka na buone, 2 projects. Eyemo igere nyancho. Eya kabere igera sako kuna KMTC. Why? Because of need. You don't need to go and talk to the president. I just submitted a proposal, kana nyorte kero montonko nyorale, and it was guaranteed because of the need, the need in my area. Boniga chichiro ibere nyakoe nkobere expanded nyakoe market. Number 2 nyambere market nkwaga achwere. Kwa contracting kwenda State House go sabera.
So you dismissing governor whatever is doing?
That is inappropriate. Korino go chaya Matiang'i, and I want to tell you nche I'm one of the biggest supporters of Governor Simbarati, and I've stood with him. But on that one I greatly disagree with him. It is inappropriate, and this is something he can apologize and forget about it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he can apologize to the community. This is a letdown. It's a betrayal. He has his money to use in the county. What was he going to do in State House?
But he's not the only one. State House.
He's not the only one. What I'm trying to tell you, we have a unique situation in Kisii where we have a presidential candidate. Obwente kubwatesiwa, obwente gosirwa. So you don't do that. You alikumo checheria. Umaete that was done korokia machaya gochiasengo Matiang'i. And Ruto is using these people gochaya Matiang'i. And I want to tell you I end we are umaete elietaria.
Yeah, say no more than sagini.
By the sagina Siri the wife. Yeah. I want to tell you na eliete eliochori irani ne elietaria abantu baragerete byo muhiro yo no.
Lakini ndo jinga nachari baraga.
So what tell you?
Yes.
On the Wednesday, Ochigo Checheri Matiang'i. Wednesday Ogurwani Matiang'i is my enemy.
So Simbarati is your enemy right now?
So I've told him my views. But that is where the line will cross. No matter again Rubicon. Yeah, that is where Ekerokuru and Matiang'i Togo Korana.
So you're done with His Excellency?
No, I've told him. No, at this point I'm not done. But I've said it was a mistake. He needs to apologize and forget about it. The way he's trying to go around to tell people why, it is making him even weaker.
Politically?
Yes. Yes. I'm a political scientist and I can see that. But I don't want us to dwell on that. If he continues, we are enemies. Onde bwensi no nyenae bane journalist. Onde bwensi okorwani Matiang'i. Oibono obeire omubisa bwegesa kukyomusi.
Osoro was asking the other day, why do you guys feel like everyone should support Matiang'i?
Not everyone should support Matiang'i. Yeah, if you feel you don't want to support Matiang'i, you go.
They have already gone.
Let them go. Now let us do politics. Yeah, it is not a must. They can go. But what I'm asking, for what benefit? Okurwaniegesa kukyomugusi, yeah? Naende, no maite. Development yegocha gusiboniga. Na singinchu igastu akorire. Nche, Onyonka, Okongo Mogeni, Engoko, Barongo, Osero, oyonde Nyamoko, Gloria, intutua chaka Manduku, intutua sugumire serikali, tua tebire Matiang'i toko. Ekina kigeko gerama gendrago koraki agocha. Tali Osoro na babande bako enda batei basasi Nebukadneza. Tali baruba kolenta magenderero. Amagenderero igagocha singinchu tua sugumire naende ngochare no kuragera uko. Na singinchu tua sugumire igotiga abantu baito banya kuragera lakini toko batebi. Look at it. When Mokurangeri State House, what do the people in Mount Kenya who want to support Matiang'i, people in Coast who want to support Matiang'i, from Western who want to support Matiang'i, na kibako barora. Ekerbako ramoko genda State House.
Mheshimiwa, let's talk about mtoka sana simitandao kwa na mangana mange sana.
Amangara.
Tukachaka kwe join energy sana. Mheshimiwa Kibagendi kwa tabanga mtakacha mfunguni ni sharti iname. Kwa taka kuluzo puno Mheshimiwa Matiang'i wana mnaga.
No.
Tuwa connect chido itsigani sana.
Beto ligereri.
Yes.
Nche, I'm the person na chagete kwa Matiang'i. Very aggressively. And I have been very consistent. Bono, the problem we have in life is this. Ekero montako rikege into Facebook, abantu bakubuga, that is what they are facing. None kerenko rika about challenges. Abantu bago face in life, nini, no ena mangana totebe, ngo post even issues that when you, no, even economic issues, abantu babugete pengine gore broke. Ekerengo kuana about Nyasaye, abantu babuga bono, kai, iko mokungu akare komo terrorize. No. What I post is not what I'm going through. I just post issues that affect the community. And when I say mtakacha mvunguni sharti iname, I just mean if you want something, you have to work very hard towards it.
Why now? Why now?
I always do. By the way, I always do. Look at go to my history. I always post such things.
Most of the things we post nege mi Arsenali and such small teams.
Kwa watu na Liverpool bako nyetigo. Mbukenge baraku.
Mheshimiwa, let's talk about something else. Mheshimiwa, looking at a wave ya Matiang'i. Matiang'i by the came really na ina jina everything. Comparing Matiang'i 3-4 months ago na
Matiang'i
now.
April, May,
na sai.
June, na Matiang'i July, August, of course there is a difference. Why? It is again the strategic retreat. People are so angry with Ruto, so they want confront. You understand? Now, what we decided, because Ruto is using state machinery, yeah, and Ruto is using money taken from our coffers, we have to slow down so that we have energy to go all the way. Ruto will go home, whether it is Matiang'i, whether it is Kalonzo, whether it is you, whether it is me. He is going home. The voter has evolved and moved on and decided that this government has to go. You get? Now, Matiang'i, we thought it is prudent for him to scale down a little bit, do engagements that are not necessarily on camera, yeah? And that is what he's doing. More engagements with smaller town hall groups, with smaller community leaders, with smaller sectoral leaders, yeah? And you know, the voting blocks have changed. William Ruto and the other people still think you go to tribes. While what has come to be now is we have a voting, of course, Mount Kenya is the biggest voting block. Number two, it is the salaried people with pay slips. So he has engagements with Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Kenya Association of Employers, Kenya NAT, KMPDU, nurses union, you know, all these. Those are the engagements Matiang'i is having right now. Chini pole pole. And you need to know, William Ruto is very vengeful. So it is not every engagement that Matiang'i will have that will be put in videos and cameras. Why? William Ruto will come to people and either sack them or ensure they don't have peace where they work, or start doing the things he's doing in Kisii. You understand? So we are very careful. Matiang'i is not that he has gone down. It is purely because of strategic reasons.
Mheshimiwa, over the weekend we saw the team DCP led by Mheshimiwa Rigiji and Mheshimiwa Malala. They were all of us saying, the only person who is serious as a team of the united opposition is His Excellency Rigiji. From where you sit.
Of course, it is not a good thing. We wish our presidential candidate would be like their candidate. But the truth is this: each of us has different personalities. That is why, Inche, I do politics the way I do. You've asked me if I have anger issues. No, I'm confident in my skin. Yeah. Now, yes. The other people have different approaches. Matiang'i has his own approach. Right now, because of the anger Kenyans have towards this government, they want an extremely aggressive candidate, and that is why they call on our candidate to be a little more aggressive. But he's more strategic than aggressive. So when Rigiji speaks that way, he is not speaking that way to demean his colleagues in the opposition. He's doing that to rally his supporters to be behind him. Matiang'i will also do his bit to rally his supporters to be behind him. Kalonzo do the same. Natembeya will do the same. Eugene will do the same. Martha Karua will do the same. Everybody will do something. And then they will all funnel it towards one pot. That is what happens in politics. Even when we had what we call the Pentagon. We had Raila Odinga, we had Kalonzo Musyoka, we had Musalia, we had Nyaga, we had all these people. You have to speak that way to pull your support, to funnel it somewhere.
I know it's a little bit early, and especially from your team that Waboli Swali Riga.
You know, because Matiang'i is very attractive to every region, so everybody is trying to push him to get into their party. So we suggested we form a technical committee that will work towards the party he will join, looking at or doing a SWOT analysis of a party what value will it bring to him in terms of certain regions that we are targeting. Taribuna, it is because we don't want. Matiang'i is the only candidate who has not said I'm in party A or party B, but he is still ranking as the best, as the most preferred candidate to take over from William Ruto. So there should be no fear or do not lose hope.
Now,
we will get there.
Let's talk about Kibagendi Tuoma. What is your preferable party come 2027?
You know, in terms of party, like I told you, I don't want to be the person to determine. Yeah? Me, yes. My focus is on the unity, Yomogusi. That is one. Number two, Matiang'i becoming president. William Ruto getting out of power is more important to me than anything else. So, in terms of party, I cannot talk about parties right now because there's a technical committee working on that. And you know, when I was even in Ruto's team, when he was in Jubilee, I was behind him 100% Jubilee. When he told me let's form UDA, actually I'm the one who pushed him to form a party because he wanted to struggle and take Jubilee from Uhuru. That is when we formed UDA. Yeah? And I supported UDA up to the point that I left. So when Matiang'i will say it is party A, that is where we will rally our people towards.
Let's talk about Mheshimiwa briefly. Actually, it's exactly 45 minutes since to our target. Kenya moja. You are part and parcel of Kenya moja.
Yes.
Kenya moja ateba kanilinga ene pa igane outfit gete ya Rosigu ko bate Matiang'i wanda batire ne ya Rosigu ne ya era affiliated no Mheshimiwa Rigiji through bate tuko na ODM through Sifuna and everyone. Ina Kenya moja ino Mheshimiwa youthful leaders ya Morororo. What is your agenda? Who are you affiliated to? Who are you selling?
Number one,
Yes.
Kenya Moja is not affiliated to anybody. Anybody. Yeah, is a team of young parliamentarians, not necessarily young, there are others that are older, but who are progressive. Progressive in what way? Who are saying no. Parliament is supposed to be the watchdog over the executive. We are not supposed to be an appendage of the State House and the executive. So we have said we have to do our oversight role of being the opposition or the minority side. And you realize we are members of parliament from all parties. We are not in ODM alone. We have Wamushomba who is in UDA. We have members from Jubilee. We have members from ODM. So it is unfortunate that we are being called ODM people want to break away. Not at all. Not at all. Just that Sifuna, who is the SG of ODM, who has a bigger profile, is out there with us, doesn't mean he wants to break ODM.
Are you selling Mateng through the Kenya Moja?
No, now in Kenya Moja, me, I am selling my potatoes. But the most important thing is step up and oversight national government. Babu Wino is selling his tomatoes, dealing with the broad-based government and its inadequacies. The other person is dealing, so we are not selling any particular candidate. The only thing is they know msimamo wa Kibagendi ni Matiang'i. Msimamo wa Sifuna ni Raila Odinga. Babu Wino ni Raila Odinga. So Wamuchomba pia yako na wake Rigiji. The issue here is focus on oversighting the national government.
Who is funding you? Because I think we know the funding where it's coming from.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. We know where the funding is coming from. Now it's funding the Kenya Moja.
Now, Kenya Moja, number one, we don't do extravagant activities. We do 1 or 2 events in a month. Yeah? Ours is self-funding. And you can look at even the meager contributions we make to our activities. Again, togekeke keigo montoru 30,000, 50,000, at most 100,000. 1 or 2 activities per month. That is what we do. So we don't get funding from anybody. The people who are branding us as being Ruto's people or being Matiang'i's people or Rigiji's people are people who are uncomfortable with the rise of some of these people. You see, in ODM, for example, the weaklings that depends on Raila Odinga to be elected are the ones that are uncomfortable with Babu Wino and Sifuna standing up to say, hey, we do not agree with this. And then you'll find other weaklings from Mount Kenya who depend on Rigiji to be re-elected. They're the ones who will say Wamushomba is a project, So it is a whole setup. But we will not, Kenyans can see. When you are affiliated with someone, it will be seen the way you operate, the way you behave.
And writing Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa Kibagendi, for creating and making time for us. We really appreciate you so much.
I thought I would get closing remarks.
You will, of course, definitely. Yeah. I'm giving you a minute for that.
Yeah. Now, first, I would like to say this, because this is mainly focused in our community. I'm requesting our people, let us be united. It is through unity na intu turanyare gukonyeka. It is through unity turanyare kuikaransa na intu emesa ase bintu bikubagwa. It is through unity turabeka oyo moito abe president. Tiga tochamo nto basagwanchira n'abantu aba bagucha gututabanania n'abantu bagucha gutwatanana. Tiga tochamo tokorega asiamo. Eri yakabere nche no mumuromu ororo. Abantu bali bawo na Kibagendi iganche tekisegi. Nche I do my thing. Egento gekoba ekerogo crossira iniane. Liori abu na bora nyore na agutuomire. Igo nche I'm ready to work with anybody. Let us work together. Let us come together and transform our community and our constituency. Egento kiaga tatu. Ntebeiga. A constituency yaito. Abantu ba minto. The people that have been sent by William Ruto to run against me, and including some who are MCAs. They are the ones bagochana propaganda. They have no serious issue. It is just propaganda. Gentogete kiarosi unabesegete, throwing around numbers, not even asking questions. We want to tell you, mo basakotegera propagandists aba. Igo batomire na Ruto gonsarerie erieta asengencho ya omusimamone bwogotebi Ruto that he has to go osaririe ense yaito. Ekio moerio ntebi abantu baito. Gaki, especially the young people. Please keep off drugs. Keep off drugs because ebinyebwa na madawa ya kulevya ayale ebinyoro ngosaliale egesaku. Ekera asalirie egesaku tuli gocha gotoka kobwate ekura yao ogwakera Matiang'i abe president. Genda bwate ekebande kiao, genda bwate ekura erinde na intu tonyare gosuguma oyo moito aire kerogokerie kenene abantu kuru Kenya ngima bamwire komo support erinde na intu tware Fred Okengo Matiang'i bune president ya Kenya. Mbiya mono naende gendera gotusabira tutware oboremu, tutware umaarufu, tutware knowledge, wisdom and understanding. Era tokonye tonyare kurwanirira aba Kenya kwa ujumla na abantu baminto. Be blessed and may God bless you abundantly.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. It's been a pleasure having you. Now we go for creating them for us. We wish you all the best. As Munganda the siasa chino and equally wish you all the best. As we mangana nikitoko nya chinyanya jabu na wata useviasi yao. Asante sana kwa kutia somo nchumuriri. Asoka bana ntuko tuacha kwa kirabono igago konyera tutako chirema semo kurase abisi Mheshimiwa Anthony Kibagendi oyuro mujumbe kurase constituency ya Kitutu Chache South ase county ya Kisii. Obere sana bukola asa mangana kwa yogo kwa ndele serikali na wego kwa na against and kwa na for whatever he believes he will speaks his mind. Asante sana yule ngoma kamera ya kuruko iminto Isaiah Maubenchen kwa brand sangini sena weka chinga kichinde tobodo kore terapna yaiga na wego na yanda mange. Bye bye.